A somewhat patriotic feel to set the stage in this one. The color wheel of the USA on display, a couple of teams who don the red and blue. Welcome to Hancock-Whitney Stadium in Mobile, home to the South Alabama Jaguars. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles, taking on another team from the Sun Belt, the South Alabama Jaguars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Golden Eagles will put total leather to crank us up. From inside the 15, here's the return. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. So South Alabama's offense has the ball first today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up.
There he goes. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
Wants to throw on first down. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
And the Jaguars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to sling it on second down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the Heat, and down he goes again.
And it's hard to imagine starting a game any better than this defense has. 2 sacks on the opening drive of the game. Something that they pride themselves on. If they get you in these types of situations, they can pin their ears back and get after you. They've got multiple guys that can be a factor when it comes to rushing the quarterback. You're seeing that very early here in this game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense. Not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
Kick is in the air. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. So Southern Miss's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And David, they've got a receiver that if he is able to command some extra attention, it could really help get this offense going.
Now, and you need that playmaker out wide. That guy makes the whole thing go, right? Having a guy, if you want to play man-to-man coverage, he's going to beat you. And he's shown the ability to do that sometimes for this offense. And he's a guy that has the defense's attention.
Yeah, I don't think this guy's winning the Bolitnikoff Award necessarily, but you're right, David. When he's one-on-one, he should be able to win those matchups. And based on how he's played this season, this quarterback should feel really good and really confident when he throws his way.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's Pittman. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Braxton. They get to him as he throws. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
They kick it away on 4th down. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Really nice job by the defender knocking that one away in man coverage. And he knew coming into this one that he was going to get attacked and they were going to throw his way. So he's showing you right now. He is dialed in, locked in. Really nice job on that coverage.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. Dropping back, it's Braxton. Snagged in the middle, it's Chester. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pocket breaking down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Got it in the middle, it's Chapman. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Grabbed in the middle, it's Chapman. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Golden Eagles are on the move. He'll pull it on the read. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6.
He's brought down at the 23-yard line. It's 3rd down.
Trying to pick up a 1st down. It'll be a draw. He is going nowhere as the defense is manhandling this running game.
And they tried to sneak the draw in there, and the defense was not fooled.
You know, there's an art to selling the draw play, and that one was kind of more paint by numbers. Didn't turn out so well.
And the defense, you could tell, they weren't fooled. They were agreeing with your painting by numbers and got in there quick, fast, and made the play.
Just drives in between the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Jaguars can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gonna run it. It's Bullock. Breaks into the open. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And there is nowhere to run. They were eager and ready for him this time around.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Looking to fire. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
We see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Off play action. Throws for the tight end. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that's going to give us a tie ball game here in the first.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Chester. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Scanning the field, it's Braxton. Trying to get behind the defense. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
To the air on second down. Trying to set up the screen. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
The Golden Eagles are at the line looking to convert on third and short. He's looking to throw on third and short. He's going for a big play downfield. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And the Golden Eagles decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. But you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
The Jaguars with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Power football with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Looking for space, it's Bullock. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
The 36-yard line. Fourth down coming up.
And the Jaguars will line up to punt it away.
Formation to kick it away.
Wants to return it. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. He'll keep it himself. Spins away from the defense. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Grab near the marker. It's Davis. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. New set of downs after the completion. They go to the ground. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
He sends 2 wideouts right, 2 to the left on 2nd and 9. Back to throw, it's Braxton. Catch in the middle, it's Pittman. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time, the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Might as well give it to him again. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
2nd down.
Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Short gain on the play before he slides.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against a different defense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll try the run. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. Takes the handoff. It's Pittman. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Finds his man. They stop him just a link or two short of the first. And, man, what they can do on 2nd down here. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be
headed to the end zone. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy 1st down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Southern Mississippi.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Off the play fake on first down. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window. And you just say, hey, defense won that rep. Good coverage.
So now it's 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Right down the middle. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
The Jaguars will send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. That's caught. It's Metcalf. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback, and a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
The Golden Eagles have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Looking downfield, it's Braxton. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, he's not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
And the Golden Eagles lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
The Golden Eagles with the 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
The short hands, it's Davis. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Golden Eagles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Trying play action. Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And on money down defensively, you've got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
The Golden Eagles will try to pin them back with the punt. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And I think they'll mark him right at the line of scrimmage. Didn't help much with the breathing room, but on the upside, they avoided the safety. Now 2nd and 10 from their own 1, and they need just a little space if they can find it. On the move, it's Bullock. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
How about the offensive line working in tandem on these blocks? You see some of those guys that got up into the second level, got a hat on a hat, and that left open a huge crease for the running back.
Well, so much for being backed up. Now they've got it 1st and 10 and plus territory. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got enough for the first. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
They're going to keep feeding this guy the football, guys. Over 100 yards rushing with that last carry now. We knew coming into this game today, they had to get the running game going. They had to be able to turn around, hand it off, and get positive yards and set themselves up into manageable 3rd down situations. And we've seen them at any area of the field so far in this one have success in the running game. They'll keep that up until this defense proves they can stop it.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll move the wide receiver. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
That's the one danger defensively when you want to play zone coverage, because you leave a lot of windows and pockets out on the field. And if the offense and quarterback find one, they could hurt you. And you saw it right there on the crossing route.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Under heat, he gets rid of it. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect their quarterback a little bit better.
Big fella moving. Touchdown, Jaguars! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point splits the uprights. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. The give to the back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
And the Golden Eagles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run play action. Looking left. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
How good is that for the D lineman, right? You know you're not going to get to the QB and get the sack, so just slow yourself down under control and knock the football down.
The Golden Eagles come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Dropping back, it's Braxton. Got his man. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Love the accurate throw by the quarterback there. Curl route against man coverage. You got to put that right into the body of the wide receiver who's running back towards you. Nice job executing it, and they pick up the 1st.
And the Golden Eagles look to keep this drive humming. Off play action on 1st down. Buys a little time. The Golden Eagles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Here's the handoff. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes one deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And you could tell the offense was trying to take a shot and really stress that safety. Sending one guy long, you better cover the deep ball, and then try to slip a guy right underneath it. Unsuccessfully, the quarterback's got to be a little bit better with that timing.
And the Golden Eagles will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. A strike downfield. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. 1st down from the 45. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Complete with conviction on the crosser. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The play action fake. Finds his tight end. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the 2nd level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle or make a play on the ball.
Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking for a gap. It's Bullock. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The RPO, it's complete. Turning it on. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
The Jaguars kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. From the shotgun, the inside give. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wants to go up top. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Touchdown, South Alabama! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Off the play fake. Fires to the right. Finds his man. It's Heath. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play-action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things. It makes me come up and use my eyes and play run. And these tight ends are so valuable to find space behind.
Snags it at the 30 and still running. Touchdown, Southern Miss. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
The extra point here would tie the game.
For the extra point.
And he puts through the extra point. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the score comes courtesy of an explosive play in the passing game from 60 yards out. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. They go to the draw. Finds some fresh air. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the air on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Got a man. It's Jenkins. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Finding open areas. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 48. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. And the Jaguars getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quick completion on the out route. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Wide open downfield. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those 1st downs, get those big chunks.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
7 yards on the play. 2nd down coming up.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Mobile, but let's just go with notable. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these 2 programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been a very evenly played game. Fascinating to see how the rest of this one plays out. And with that, let's head back inside Hancock-Whitney Stadium.
The Jaguars will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. He'll pull it on the read. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good 2nd down situations.
The Golden Eagles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Running back searching for a hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Fires to the right. That's caught. It's Chapman. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
They'll give it to the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for him.
To the ground with the back. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
And the Golden Eagles have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Southern Mississippi. And that one will put them up here in the second half. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So an 82-yard drive there. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Unloads it left. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. It would have been a high-level play, but it's a play this quarterback expects to be able to make when he has a guy open.
Man, these quarterbacks start practicing and doing 7-on-7 and having quarterback coaches when they're like 7 years old, 8, 9 years old now. So even when they don't have wide open wide receivers, you still expect them to fit that ball in there and make it happen.
And that is a tough assignment for a defense to cover a back man-to-man who can get downfield like that.
Especially when he can run routes the way he does, Reese. I'm really impressed watching this running back with how he's able to cut and how he doesn't telegraph where he's going. He is a weapon catching the ball out of the backfield.
They'll try to get it through the air. With the catch, it's Jenkins. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
Well, that down in distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
The Jaguars will have it 1st and 10. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Bullock.
That's why the bullet pass is so important. Sometimes these defenses, they don't give you big windows to throw into, and you want to take that chance, but you cannot lob that football down the field and get it in there. Nice use of the bullet pass, my friend.
And the Jaguars really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Off play action. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense picks it up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll move the tight end. Use the play fake. Now to throw. With the catch, it's Keith. Oh, he's got some space. The stop, the start, the juke, everything in the bag as he gets to the 29.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Looking to throw, it's Braxton. Working that left side now. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. This is a designed run.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Golden Eagles line it up with a 1st and goal. They're trying to slam it in. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the 2nd half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Looking for the end zone. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run.
31, South Alabama, 17.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. There he goes. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt. You throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Quick release by the QB. At the 45 on its way. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. The Jaguars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Now the play fake. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Man, this defense has been ruthless all game long. Individual effort. They've got guys up front winning their one-on-one matchups, and they have been terrorizing this quarterback.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Looking to throw again. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Give to the running back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Trying play action. Gets open down the middle. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
These 3rd downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this 3rd down.
Quick release on the RPO. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Jaguars!
Get him the ball, he will do the rest. Catches the football, walks into the end zone. Feed that man the rock.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. To the air, it's Braxton. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
These wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, they can be a good changeup. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside. It might not be huge gains all the time, but, man, it keeps that DB off balance.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Metcalf. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
There's a great saying in football. It's not the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. Well, my Jimmy's better than your Joe.
And the Golden Eagles will snap it on 1st and 10. The run from the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He'll keep it himself. Runs through a tackle. And that spin move kept the play alive and let this guy pick up a few extra yards.
Yeah, and that's the hard thing about these QBs that can move and run all over the place and give you so many options is that didn't even look like much, but he chews up so much yardage and gets those little gains that just death by 1,000 cuts that continue to happen with this offense.
They'll run play action. He's looking deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
The Golden Eagles will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Leaves it with the running back. Oh, what a cut! And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Southern Miss. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
He has enough to move the chains.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got his man to the left. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bullock. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
How hard is that as a linebacker when you're trying to cover a running back on that angle route who runs routes like that, right? He thought he was going to the flat. He was barreling towards the sideline, trying to knock that ball away, and all of a sudden he gets crossed up, and that's just too easy giving up that 1st down.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Snags it over the middle. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate in throwing it. And guess what? This game is far from over.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Lets it fly. Touchdown, South Alabama. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well and not give back that last score. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Metcalf. Up near the 40-yard line. They'll mark it at the 39 and pick up a 15. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Gives it on the option. Quick spin on the run. Turning it on. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Incomplete and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be 2nd down.
That play call is going to force a lot of people to scratch their heads because you've got the lead late. Why aren't you just running the ball? When you throw, you risk having interceptions like that right there. That should have been picked.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Wants to throw. It's Braxton. Got it in the middle. It's Jones. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Chapman. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
And they found the big fella again. And they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the 4th quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
And the Golden Eagles have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the 1st down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Mississippi. And they take it in for 6 more points.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th.
That makes the score. Southern Mississippi 45, South Alabama 31.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down.
1st and 10.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Makes the grab.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. The play action fake. Fires one high and deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play. So nice job in coverage.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Looking to throw on 3rd. fires to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, they're not able to hook up there, but considering this guy already has 2 touchdown catches in this game, now the offensive coordinator is dialing up more passes his way. And you know the quarterback, he's got like a sonar on him. He's always aware of where he is, and I like the idea. I'm going to keep throwing this guy the football and see if he can get another touchdown.
Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Metcalf. He's out past the 35. Oh, he's got some space. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior. Makes a play after the grab.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the 4th quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
Off play action on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Complete on the comeback. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back to back.
That's reeled in. It's Davis.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
The Golden Eagles can really attack on this 2nd and short. Quarterback on the keeper. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business.
Man, it's so nice to have a QB that can do that can run and make plays when you need it. Late in the football game, trying to run this clock out, preserve the win. He picks up the big 1st down and keeps the clock moving.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And this offense shows right away on 1st down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on 2nd down and goal?
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to throw, it's Braxton. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Southern Miss. The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th.
Southern Mississippi, 52. South Alabama, 31.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and at this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. It's complete on the right side. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open. Couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Wants to go up top on first down. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Going to look downfield again. Fires to the big fella. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Well, the defense needs one more stop. They did a nice job not giving up a first down that last one, but with the lead late like this, one more stop, and they're going to win this game.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. Back to throw, it's Braxton. It's complete to the left. 4 wideouts set 2-by-2 on 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And you got to wonder if this offense is trying to run the score up because they're blowing this team out. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and they're still taking shots. They're going to play until this clock reads all zeros.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. And the Golden Eagles send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He shanked it. It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
The Jaguars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Got his man downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
To the air on first down. Quick strike complete. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Second down, he'll throw it. Oh, they're after him. A shot toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Dropping back, it's Braxton. Get it out on the screen. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
The Golden Eagles are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Makes the grab on third. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Off the RPO, complete. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. He's going to run it. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. And the Jaguars come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Wants to throw on third. Spits it out to the back. Caught near the sticks. It's Bullock. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
And now he's in the 400 club, 400. That's a pretty good day at the office when you're putting up over 400 yards. This defense hadn't had a lot of answers.
The Jaguars come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
The Jaguars with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Jaguars looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle, it's Jenkins. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
The Jaguars have it in scoring position on first and goal. He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Jaguars! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
But one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's perfect. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
Off the play fake. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Love the play call offensively because you've got the lead. The defense expects you to run the ball. You just did it the previous play, so there you dial up play action, set up an easy throw, and you keep the clock ticking.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook, the old kneel down from victory formation.